Star Wars Young Jedi Knights, a series written between 1995 to 1998, written by Kevin J. Anderson with Rebecca Moesta. It's a series that is in total 14 books, and it takes place 23 years after the Battle of Yavin, or after Star Wars A New Hope. And this series is, I would say, right off the bat, is extremely, extremely important to the overall story arc, in my opinion. Some people say it's not essential, some others say it's essential. I definitely stand with it's essential overall. And I'll give you a couple of reasons why. Um, the characters introduced or focused on in this series play a huge role down the line in New Jedi Order, Legacy of the Force, Dark Nest, Fate of the Jedi. They they really play important roles. There's a lot of wins, there's a lot of losses, there's a lot of tragedies. So by reading this, we get to know these characters a lot. We get to really have their characters just big character development. They're fleshed out overall, so we get to know their personalities, what who they are really. So definitely, if you haven't read New Jedi Order, Legacy of the Force, I would say do not skip on these books. That's This is just my humble opinion. Whenever I have discussions, anything post New Jedi, oh, I'm sorry, anything post Return of the Jedi, I always refer back to Young Jedi Knights. It's a series that is extremely important to me because I love these characters. I love Han Solo and Princess Leia's children as characters, Jason and Jaina and Anakin, even though Anakin Solo has his own series called Junior Jedi Knights that's pretty much intertwined along the same time as in the timeline as Young Jedi Knights. But this is focused mainly on Jason and Jaina, the twins. And a lot of the students here, a lot of characters are referred back later on down the timeline. That once again, a lot of big things happen revolving these characters. So what I like also is that even though we love Princess Leia, Han Solo, Chewbacca, Lando, they are not the main focus as they have been in this series. It's the Jedi, the twins, Princess Leia and Han Solo's twins, along with other characters, Tenel Ka and Lobaka, Loie, which is Chewbacca's nephew. So yes, I would say do not skip on this. What you're gonna feel, what happened to me, feeling emotional when certain things happened down the line. It was mainly because I had read these amazing books. So I think Rebecca Moesta and Kevin J. Anderson definitely hit it out of the park with this series. It's just a loved series, and I feel it's essential for sure. So anybody who hasn't read New Jedi Order and on, I tell them please read this. Don't skip these. This is extremely important. So I also like how um, even though we spent time reading, spent time in the Jedi Academy on Yavin 4 in the trilogy, Jedi Academy trilogy and I Jedi. Here we have 14 books spending time in this Jedi Academy and getting to know these young students. And I really like that. That's a highlight, really, about the details, the way Kevin J. Anderson writes in detail about the environment, the surroundings, of what's going on. Definitely did an amazing job, as always. I love Kevin J. Anderson's work. And this book, Heirs of the Force, is book one in this 14 book saga, you can say. So I do one highlight I like is that yes, Luke is mentioned. He is the Jedi Master. He leaves Tioni in charge, the Jedi Master that we saw in from the Jedi Academy trilogy. She's pretty much set to overlook things, or assigned to overlook things while Luke is gone, and the twins get into some dangerous situations and outside of the Jedi Temple on Yavin 4, and they run across or they find there's a lot of details that happen. I don't want to give the whole book away, but yeah, they find a crashed TIE fighter and Jaina starts messing with this. She's really mechanical like her father, like loves fixing things and um, technology, and she ends up putting a hyperdrive that Han gave her on this TIE fighter. So, they're trying to repair it and trying to figure out how long it's been there. So the twins, Tenel Ka, Lobaka, they end up finding running into the TIE fighter pilot. That it's interesting how so much time has passed, and this TIE fighter pilot, Coral is his name. He thinks that the empire is still ruling. He has no idea what happened. He crash landed after the destruction of the second Death Star, and I'm sorry, after the destruction of the first Death Star, crash landed and has just been living there on Yavin 4, in a cave, you can say. So when they meet him, he feels that everything's normal still, his normal. The Emperor is still ruling, Darth Vader is still alive, Empire is ruling, so that's his mindset. He doesn't understand or believe the Jedi twins when they tell him that Emperor is dead, Darth Vader's dead, Empire is no more. It's the New Republic. So there's conflict there and things happen. So that's overall the story, even though there's a lot of things that happen in this book one. Fun read. I also like the way Lobaka, I love Lobaka, Chewbacca's nephew, Loey, how he how he is introduced, and it discusses how Loey is having a hard time adapting, leaving Kashyyyk, having been raised there and in this new environment. And but the Jedi twins, Jason and Jaina, along with Ten Ka, which he plays a massive role down the line, um, how they take them in and kind of bring them into their group, into their trio. Now they're four overall. So I love that overall, and just a great series. I highly, highly recommend it. Um, like I said, overall, that's the plot. But once again, there is a lot of things that happen in this book. It's a quick read. It's about a little over 200 pages, 217 pages. These books are short, and reading all 14 goes quick because you're really drawn into these books and the stories and the characters. And but yeah, once again, I love the connections that authors down the line, years later in the timeline, they referred back to these characters and gave them bigger roles as well. So yes, Young Jedi Knights, don't skip on it. Awesome series. This is book one, Heirs to the Force. Super fun series.